Hi everybody, this is Adam from WordPress Modder. This video is meant to show you the process I went through to move WordPressModder.org to WPModder.com. What I've done first is I've downloaded the 3.0 release candidate 3. I do realize that 3.0 is now live, but I'm going to go ahead and install the RC3 and then just upgrade. So what I've done is move these files to the WPModder.com server manually. And the first thing I want to show you is that when you load the site now with the files installed before any configuration, you get this message to create a configuration file. If you don't know how to do that, there's a link there that will take you to the WordPress.org codex and show you how to do it. So what I'll do is go into the files that are on the server, and you can see here we've got the WP config sample file. I'm going to go ahead and rename that. Whoop. I'm going to go ahead and rename that now just to WP config. I'm going to go ahead and open that in my editor, and I need to enter the database name, the database user, and the database password, among some other things. So let me go ahead and type this stuff in here. I always write these database names and users and passwords down after I first create them in cPanel. I should really specify that's the first step here, is to create a database to use in cPanel, and I'm going to go ahead and put that in there. Okay, now I've scrolled above. Now I've scrolled above here because I don't really want the world to see my database username, database name, and password. So I've scrolled down a bit further in the WP config, and I wanted to show you a couple of things. First, these areas here are the authentication, unique keys, and salts. I'm going to go ahead and do this later, but I'm going to put a unique phrase in each one of these definitions for a little extra added security. And you can generate random keys by following this link here. In addition to that, one important thing to do for security is to change your WordPress database table prefix. And the table prefix by default is WP. So I'm going to go ahead and change that. And again, I'm going to hide that from everybody. Okay, so I've done all the changes I need to do, and I'm going to go ahead and save that file. So now you should see, when I refresh the WP Modder domain, because I've got the config file configured and saved, now I'm automatically redirected to the install script for WordPress. And so I'm just going to put a default title in here. And something new with 3.0 is that you can choose your username instead of the default admin, which is a huge plus for security. There are ways to change the admin username in the past. You can edit directly in the database. There was a couple plugins for that. And you can also now choose your password upon install, which is really handy. So I'm going to go ahead and fill out my username details and my password. Okay, and my email address here. And I'm going to allow my site to appear in search engines. I'm going to hit install, It's going to go through the installation process. If I would have had a database name or a password wrong, this would have told me so. But you can see that I have been successful, and it's been installed, and it shows me my username and my chosen password is hidden. So now I'm going to go ahead and hit login. Use the same username and password I just created on the installation. And there you go. Here is the back end. And as I said, I was on a release candidate 3, so I do have the nag up here. That tells me that 3.0, the official, is available. I'm going to go ahead and update that now. And because I don't really have anything in my database, I'm not going to back up anything. I'm going to do the automatic upgrade. And it goes through the process there, and we're successful. So if I go to the dashboard, I've got this update notice here. But I think that must be left over. Yeah, it is, because now it's gone. And my plugins, my default. Okay, so let's look at the front end of the site. And this is what the vanilla installation of 3.0 looks like. This is the new theme for 2010. And it looks different from Kubrick, which is good. So what I'm going to do now is upload the export XML file from WordPressModder.org and see how that works. So I'm going to go down here to Tools. I clicked Export. I'm going to choose WordPress. Install Importer. That's strange. What's going on? Install the Word. Oh, I see. Okay. None of these are installed by default. Huh. Okay. That's new to me. So WordPress, hit install now. Activate and run the importer. Okay. Now I'm going to choose the file that I exported earlier from the WordPressModder.org site. That will be right here. And you can see it's a 2.3 meg file, so it's a pretty good size. I'm going to upload the file and import, and this should import all my pages, posts, categories, everything. And I'm going to map that to my existing user, download and import the file attachments, which would be the images and etc. Go ahead and click Submit. It's going to import all the categories I've had, and you can see that it is rolling along down here. And as I scroll down, it's importing all my tags. And then, so it does category tags, then it's going through all the posts I've had and the post attachments. Let's keep going down here. And you can see they keep counting up. 212, 213. So these will be everything in my uploads folders. A lot of stuff. The WordPressModder.org site, I believe I started that in early 2008. So there's quite a bit of content there. Okay, it looks like we're done. And my last post is a WordPress Modder update, which if you follow this, you'll know that I referenced changing the domain name. So everything should be imported. Let's see how it looks on the front end of the site. So we'll refresh the front end. Still got the hello world post, so we'll have to get rid of that. It's got my pages here. my recent posts, recent comments, etc. And let's go to one of these posts here and take a quick look at how it looks. Looks like everything's in order. There's a picture of me. Yeah, it looks like January 2008. Let's have a look at what my very first post was. Let's see here. WordPress blog search engine friendliness. And it was a link to Grey Wolf's SEO blog. And then I welcomed everybody. And this is the reason I started the site. I've been using WordPress for several years for a wide variety of websites, etc., etc. Well, there you go. Okay, so I've got some cleanup to do on the site. Install the new theme, get rid of some posts, make sure all my plugins are working. Probably not, because I don't have them installed, so there's nothing on the contact page here, for example. On the About page, that got created by default, it looks like. So a little bit of cleanup, but there you go. I exported using the WordPress and MU Advanced Export plugin. That which created an XML file. I installed a new version of WordPress on the WP Modder domain, and then imported that XML, and it was pretty painless. Hope that helps.